Times TV, editing teens and pop culture.
Hello, friends. Welcome to Teens Hangout TV show. My name is Favor Oko, and our topic for today is teenage comparison. Does it motivate or does it demoralize? We'll find out from our wonderful guest today. Please do stay with us.
Pop culture.
Welcome back. With me today, we have some wonderful guests in the studio. Let's meet them.
My name is Princess Inzako.
My name is Fabumi Elizabeth.
Aluwaji.
So, teenage comparison, we need to find out how has this impacted in our teenagers in the society? Have they been compared? How did it turn out? How did they react to it? What's the aftermath of all this? So let's find out from them. First and foremost, what do you understand by teenage comparison in your own world? How would you place it? How would you define teenage comparison?
That is the when my parents or anybody compares my achievement to another person's achievement, or what I'm doing to another person to what another person is doing.
Academically, like your teachers comparing you with your fellow classmates, like your grades and your tests.
Okay, so that's your own understanding of teenage comparison. Can we get you?
When my parents don't appreciate my effort, both in school and at home, always comparing me to other people, to my peers, to my neighbors.
So, okay. So, have you all have you been compared in one way or the other before? Have you experienced it personally?
And let's say like at home, so like doing chores, mom can be like, look at your neighbor, she's always washing, she's always helping her mom, like you're not doing anything. So like she can be like, kind of just be like, let me say faith, kind of be like faith, kind of be hardworking, kind of wash, kind of do your chores well, something like that.
Okay.
Um, Mine is behavior. Like when you behave in a particular way, and your mom or your parents will like, oh, look at the way your brother is doing. He's always behaving himself, respecting himself, but yours is different. You're always giving me attitude and all that stuff.
I won't say I have experienced it because my parents are not really do not really compare me.
Oh, your
like
parents
that.
are not the comparing type.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
but you have
I have
scenarios
some
you've
friends
observed.
that
Okay.
yes, and it really affects them because they always feel that they always feel even when he has done his best, he always feels that but this guy did this thing. This guy did this thing. My parents will say them parents. So I'm always like, why are your parents comparing you with you have done your best, this is what you can do. So it actually affects what teenagers go through inside.
Oh, wow. So, in your own terms, from your own observation and your judgment, do you feel it motivates or it demoralizes? Is it a positive? Does it bring out a positive effect or a negative effect?
For me, it brings out positive effects. Like when I see somebody doing better,
Okay,
I
for
want to
you
also do,
personally.
yes, for me personally. I don't really compare myself with others because I know that everybody is different. But sometimes like when I see somebody doing better than me, I like want to improve myself
So,
That
for
is
you, it's
that
a
is you. That
motivation.
is
Okay.
your personal
for other
motivation.
people.
But when someone is comparing you with someone, you'll be like, what is this person doing that I
I'm
cannot
not
do or
doing,
something
yeah.
like that. That is
Yes, I agree with you.
you've seen a trait in someone that this guy is doing well in this thing, this girl rather or anybody is doing well in this thing and you'll be like, okay, I want to do better. That is your own.
Yeah, that's me.
I actually
But
agree with Shego because that person is doing good, is doing his best in that particular area. You don't know the others, you don't know his other weakness. So you
Okay.
can't just like
You
because
cannot
he's
you
doing
cannot focus on the person's weakness. That's not your
It's
business.
not your business.
Yes, so your own is
Okay.
that you're seeing like you say exam, you're seeing this person is always reading, always like having good grades, A's, B's sometimes. And maybe you're like getting C or something. So you want to improve yourself, like that person is your example. It's not
Mm.
person for an example. Like I also want to do better than this person or like this person. So you're also improving yourself. That is positive motivation.
But from my own view, comparison, when a parent compare, that is not me
You
motivating
okay?
myself. When my parents or their parents compare them, it's actually very bad because, like I said earlier on, it actually affects the the person.
Self-esteem.
What she said earlier was she was like the person's failure is not
My
my business.
business.
But the fact there is that you are also better than some people in a
Yes, in a
particular
Everybody,
particular
area.
everybody said
area in different
everybody.
But
ways.
our
We
parents
can't.
fail to realize that
That
you
and
have your own
they will never
uniqueness.
see
They will never
their
see your.
the better this thing in
So
the other
I'm
person.
saying that you should not focus on that failure aspect. I'm trying to improve yourself, not talk about the person's failure.
So you think the comparison is good?
I'm not saying the comparison is good. I'm
What's
saying
your own opinion?
personally, for yourself personally, when you see somebody else doing better, you have to like encourage yourself and say that I cannot just continue to be on this level. You also want to do better. That is personal motivation. You're motivating yourself personally. But for parents comparing, that one is like can bring down your self esteem.
Okay, you right now you're talking of your own personal comparison. You comparing yourself with your counterpart
Yes.
to encourage
So like
yourself,
to
right?
encourage yourself.
So have your parents or teachers ever compared you, and how did it go down with you?
No.
So imagine,
Cannot
let's
compare
take
it.
for example a scenario where your parents compare you with
You
someone
can
else, maybe a neighbor or a classmate. How is
Or
it
if
gonna? How
a
are you gonna feel
family
about
too.
it?
At first, I will hate the person.
I'll be
You hate the
That's
honest.
person you are
just it.
compared with.
Yes,
Well, that's another angle
because
to
Yes,
this.
yes, yes, it's true.
Are you? That's another angle to this because at this point they are pitching you against someone else
Yeah.
without the person's notice at all.
Yeah.
exactly, and
So
Okay, so
I'll be seeing things maybe the person may not really mean anything bad. Maybe you just come in and just say hi. I'll not be like why telling me hi.
or
Those kind
maybe
of stuff.
let's say like
I will not really like it.
when the person comes to visit you at home or something, and their mom is like, see your friend, what did you get in your exam? Person will say, ma, I got 90. And I ask you, what did you get? Ma, mom, I got 40 now. Says, I not seeing your friend. Like you don't want
Jesus,
to
that
always
thing.
like see
so
your
No,
it's
friend
no,
going
no,
to
no,
and
no,
affect
no.
your relationship with that person. That's what you're
Exactly.
saying, right?
yes, it can
Yes,
affect
it's
your
will.
relationship with
It
the
will.
person.
It will
So have
affect.
you ever had an experience where your relationship with someone was affected
Yes,
because of
but
comparison?
yes,
Wow.
but that
Okay.
is in Scotia.
In
Between
school,
like we are
what
group of
happened? Please
friends.
share, express yourself. This is your time out. This is your
We are
hangout
group
TV
of
show.
friends.
Okay.
So there's this particular girl, like she's very good. As in teachers, we always call her, oh, let me to call her, let's go for debates. Hey, call her, let's go for debates. Anytime the school is going out, like they need a student to go out, they will always call her, come, come. And anytime she goes, she's always like doing very well. And there was this attention that she was always like getting people from juniors, and we were two of us were friends, people from the junior class. And like, hey, senior this, senior that. And I was like, wow, which I could just be like,
Okay.
So that is my
So
response.
on the long run, your relationship with her got affected because of
Yes,
that.
that's some like I gave her some space.
Some
Like,
space.
man, this
You are
girl.
feeling inferior. That it
Yeah,
causes
we are feeling
Because it's
inferior.
inferiority. Oh,
Yeah,
this is
it causes
another angle to this.
inferiority.
Parents, hope you are taking note of this. On the long run, inferiority complex results into depression. And that's something really affecting us in the society today. So this is actually where it all roots out from. So can you give us your experience on the things that resulted into inferiority
Like I
complex?
said earlier,
Do you
I've
still
known.
experience it or have you overcome it? How did you handle the whole situation?
Like I said earlier, I've no experience comparison because my parents
You must be
actually
from a very wonderful home.
exactly it got
Wow,
given.
that's kudos to your parents deserve an accolade for that.
But my friends, on the other hand, are not so lucky. And it was a particular day in school, in secondary school, when like because I was very close to my that friend that is being compared. I was close to him, so he discusses something with me. That the night of the comparison, he called me, was still talking to me about something. So we talked, sha. Then the next day in school, the person he was being compared to didn't really. It was not really an argument, or it was he took his pen and did not return it back, and he just flared up. My friend just flared up.
Oh, so he had bottled up
He-
annoyance for
because of the
someone because of the
comparison.
comparison.
And there are many, especially in sports. My friend is very good in sports, very good in
Okay.
sports, and is like,
But his parents
if
failed
not the
to
best,
observe
to
the
observe
sport.
that.
They just focus
On
on
the
the
academic.
comparing him with
So
others.
it was always that it just it fired up that day. Was like, and it was a very huge fight, very huge fight. I don't know if they've settled it now.
So there are two. No, right now, parents, did you get that? We have two negative outcomes of comparison right now: inferiority complex and bottled up annoyance, where your kids begin to hate on each other for no reason. They are not even aware.
Even among siblings.
Among siblings,
Yeah.
another angle to this
Yes.
siblings
Yeah.
comparison.
Yes.
Yes.
That's-
Since you've all experienced it, so please share with
Not
us.
really. Share with us.
You experience sibling comparison. Would love to.
Mine was my between me and my brother, Sha. Between me and my
Okay.
brother. So my brother
Is it
came
older
to
or
elder
younger?
brother.
Older.
He came to come and visit us because he's not with us, school in Bauchi. So there was this particular Sunday after Sunday service. He went to go and meet my auntie. I collected my auntie's bag, and me, I was with my own bag, doing my own big girl, like carry your bag, let me carry my bag. So when we entered the car, we go to I and my auntie was in the kitchen cooking, preparing lunch, and she was like, "You that you are a lady, can you do you see what your brother did in church? Like he collected my bag, and you that as a you the girl, the female among us, you could not the female, you could not even like, okay, auntie, bring your bag, let me hold it for and that is your elder brother, a guy for that matter. He came to me to come and correct me. My mind was like, that is his whole business. I feel like helping you
It
to
feels like
you feel
carrying
like
the
helping you
bag,
to
okay.
carry your bag. So she was like, you don't even want to like think to training her. So I was like, so it's because I did not carry your bag. So that means I don't want to I don't want to like be that girl you want me to be, that good girl you want me to
Oh,
be.
so they want to paint a picture of you. They want to practically make you or practically structure you, create you from scratch, and put in all attitudes they want by themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, that is your own. No, me, I don't feel like carrying your bag. I don't feel like carrying. So if you for you because of that, if I'm not that girl you want me to be, but all me I know is that is I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So if it's other thing that you want me to do, if it's like if I feel like doing it, I will do it. So if you think because he carried your bag and I did not carry your bag, I'm not that good girl, I'm not that person you want me to be. So be it.
They should just stop comparing. There are other things you can use to motivate you.
Your
Like
children.
my dad, that is my own experience now. There was a time I was in my primary school, I was really, really poor in academics.
Okay.
I was really poor. I was really poor, but later, but thank God I was. So I'll bring kind of very courageous results, and my dad will be like, when there's life, there's hope. You can do this. My mom would look at him, she'd be like, So that actually helped me. I was like, my parents are doing this for me, and I'm doing this. So I actually sat up and I was able to achieve many things in my primary school. So there are other things the parents can do
So
than
what you are saying
comparison.
now is they can motivate in other ways
In order
aside from
try their best
comparison.
to motivate their children, find other ways. If possible, take them out for programs, motivate them, do some other things than
motivating
comparison.
Parents, I hope you are listening.
Yes,
to
I hope
this.
you are listening.
And also watch the type of songs your children listen to, the movie they watch, because the songs your children listen to can also motivate them. Even the type of movies that they watch can also help, and also get their good books from great authors. It also helps too. Not comparing them to their peers.
Wow. Oh, so your parents, when they want to motivate you, what you're saying now is they shouldn't take the comparison weapon. Instead, they should try to build you,
Yes.
get you things that will help you
Yeah.
They can
become
say,
better, things that will help you develop
you can do
yourself.
better, yes.
Okay,
Like,
they should
You
tell you
can,
do
you
better,
can,
not tell you,
you can.
why are you not doing as good as this
Exactly.
person.
Why are you not doing
Instead, they
yes.
should use the word you can do
Yes,
better, or
yes.
the phrase rather, you
Yes.
can do better. Okay.
Yes.
And you made mention of some movies. Your parents are watching. So can you recommend some movies or books that you might have watched or read
Okay.
that helps development of teenagers?
One of the books is 7 Habits of a High Effective Teenager.
7 Habits of a Highly Effective Teenager.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
Well, for the movies, there are many.
There are many.
There's no particular one in my mind, but there are many. Many.
So in a nutshell, your parents comparison is not the best way to motivate, right?
Yes.
There are other ways to motivate.
Yes.
But still, on another angle to this, when you compare yourself,
You feel motivated.
All right, we'll go on a short break right now, and when we are back, we'll take the advices, recommendations, and comments from our wonderful guests. Stay put.
Teen Times TV, editing teens and pop culture.
I've got a
So at this junction, whose duty is supposed to be the career choice?
At first, I will hear the person.
Choice. The choice go.
So it is possible for something very good to be abused.
Yes. Why is no right?
Know your children, but they don't need to.
Why won't I know who my children associate with?
Yes.
You should know, but don't enter their privacy.
We're always afraid to talk about this. Pornography. It's something that almost, let me just say, literally almost all teenagers do. Just go to that side. I said almost. I don't say all.
When you are comparing your children to other children outside there, indirectly you are also comparing yourself to those children's parents.
Nagging them because of cell phone. Why not sit down and teach them? But there's a problem. Some parents don't even know how to use a cell phone. What they know how to do is, yes, WhatsApp.
He tries to go and pray.
Pop culture.
Welcome back. So right now we'll be taking the advices from our guests and the recommendations as regards this topic. So what are the advice you have for parents? Your parents are listening to you right now, so you have the floor.
My advice to parents, I want to give advice to parents and teenagers. But parents, they should not always use like discouraging words. They should be encouraging, and like they should always use the phrase "you can do better." They should sometimes they should not always compare with their siblings. Like, they should not always compare teenagers with their siblings because it brings down the teenagers. So, why for teenagers? They should always motivate themselves personally. You should not wait for others to motivate them, for others to tell them that you can do this or something. They have to motivate them, so they have to build their self-confidence. So yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
My advice to the parents and the teenager is this: to the parents, when you are comparing your children to other children outside there, indirectly you are also comparing yourself to those children's parents. Indirectly, there is something those children's parents are doing that you as
I'm
my
not doing.
you are not doing, and there is this
Listen to this.
seed.
There are some things those children's parents are doing that you
not
are not
doing.
doing.
So why can't you sit down and find out what those children's parents are doing that you are not doing to your children, or what is that seed that they are sowing into their children's life that you are not sowing into your child's life? And to the teenager, I want to tell you this: always sit down, look at things like every day before you go to bed, after your night prayer or before your night prayer. Always sit down and look at your life. What is this that's this thing that I'm doing is not good? Why can't you correct yourself before someone corrects you in a long way that you might not like?
Wow. Thank you very much. That's a
That
wonderful
was
one.
good, yeah.
Thank you.
My own advice to parents and teenagers is the parents should not even compare at all. They should just believe God and motivate their children to the things they want children to, and teenagers too. Like you said, that you don't need to allow people to come and
Judge you.
judge or compare you to other before you sit down. You tell yourself that what am I doing, what am I not doing that I'm supposed to be doing, or this guy is good in this particular thing, why am I not good? So you study yourself and be able to know what you are not doing that you have to do.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate all our wonderful guests. Parents and teenagers out there, I hope you've been able to learn a lot of things from everything our guests told us today. Thank you very much. Please, let's try and adjust and work on some of the advices that have been given to us. Like they all said, there are other ways to motivate. So parents, it's a two-way thing. You have your role to play. Teenagers, you also have your role to play. So let's all put forces together and make this work. parents and teenagers out there. I hope you've been able to learn a lot of things from all our guests have told us. I personally have been able to learn a lot. So I hope we all implement this. It's a two-way thing. The parents, you have your role to play, which you heard adequately. The teenagers, you also have your role to play. I'm still your host, and it's still Teens Hangout. So have a lovely day.
Pop culture. Teen Times TV, editing teens and pop culture.